Okay. Good morning. If you having morning in your time zone, afternoon, evening, we are starting another day with our 365-day challenge. Today is day 4. Um, so yesterday, let's do a recap of what we did yesterday. I'm going to share my screen. And we can kickstart. Right. So far we've got 65 listings. When we started this challenge, we had about 54. The process of the listing has been a bit slow because, like I said in the previous streams, we are now creating the resources in terms of the images that we are using for the listings, the mockups, and everything. So once we get to a point where we have a lot of images and mockups, especially the mockups, then we wouldn't have to create mockups for every listing. So at the beginning, the process is very slow, but once you get a lot of resources, especially in terms of the mockups, then you don't have to create mockups every day. So what you need to be part of this challenge is, first of all, you need an Etsy seller account. That is what I'm using. You can decide to use other platforms. You can even decide to create your own shop like Shopify, where you have your own custom a URL, and you have to find a way to drive traffic to your own store. But for a lot of people beginning, that will be too much because you have to get money to do Facebook ads, Google ads, and maybe TikTok ads. The good thing about Etsy is that even though it's not your own platform, they already have people visiting the store, in the millions, I think 30 million plus. And even though it's competitive, if you're consistent and you keep listing, the algorithm likes that, and eventually they'll start showing your listings to people to buy. So Etsy is the way to go for most beginners. I have put in the description, um, depending on where you're watching from, I have put in a description a referral link for you to start your own Etsy shop. If you use the referral, what is going to happen is that you are going to get 40 free listings. Yeah, 40 free listings, because when you list on Etsy, every listing they charge you zero point 0.2 USD, or pounds if you're in the UK, or whichever currency that you have. So if you use my referral link, what happens is that you are going to get 40 free listings, okay? So that you don't have to pay for the first 40 free listings is worth about 8 USD, or 8 pounds. And as a beginner who have not started earning any money, you don't want to really be paying a lot. And yeah, use that. Um, I'm going to put it. I'm going to put that link again in the chat in case you have not seen it. Um, you- I've put it in the chat. Um, yep. So for those who are who are watching the stream, I should say, from X, um, I'll try and also put it in the chat for you guys so that you guys can use it. Let me see how best I can do that. Um, Yeah, so I've seen that three people are now watching. In fact, a lot of people are coming in watching through X. So if you're watching from X, I have put the link, the Etsy referral link in the chat. And if you want to check out my store, I'm going to also put it in the chat for you guys, those of you who are watching from X. Okay, right. So today, this is on dashboard. So I've had this store for 3 months, and my story is that I've not been consistent. For the past 4 days, is is the is the most consistent I have been. And before I give up on the store and say that, oh, it doesn't, this business doesn't work, it's saturated and everybody's doing it, and I don't think it's gonna work. I want to show up every day and you know do the work, take care of it. Like if you have a baby, you take care of it. I want to do that every day for 365 days, like a whole year. And if at the end of the 365 days I'm still not successful, then I could conclude that it doesn't work. And I will define success here as earning, you know, every month, maybe by the 12th month, this revenue figure would tend to £10,000 in revenue. Okay, not profit, in revenue. And as I keep building it, I'll I'll jump to, let's say, 20K, 30K pound in revenue, and my profit will be 10K. So that is how I will define success. But by the 12 months, I want the revenue to be 10K. As it stands now, I don't have any revenue. I've not had any purchase on this store, which is fine. I believe that it's going to happen very soon as I keep showing up and doing the work. As at yesterday, 0 views, 0 visits, 0 orders, 0 revenue. But if I change it to the past, let's say 7 days, um, yeah, 52 people have visited my shop, 60 views, no orders yet, no revenue yet. Okay, so let's keep building. Let's keep doing the work and see what will happen. Okay, so yesterday, we did these listings rise after the fall. Then we have level up energy and buzzing for better days. Okay, so we will copy this one, then we will do a new listing. Okay, so um, we need to turn to ChatGPT. As you know, they have a new model, GPT-5. They say that it's the smartest, fastest, most useful model yet, with thinking built in, so you get the best answer every time. Not exactly 100% the case. When they rolled it out, it was giving a lot of errors, but these guys are very smart. They keep improving their services. So now it's pretty good, I should say. Okay, so uh, just 1 second. I'm just going to stop sharing for 1 second, and I will get the right project that we are working on. So, yes. Okay, so I'm going to get the right project. ChatGPT, and I will share again. All right. Okay, let's share again. Right, so I want to share the full screen so that the focus will be on what I'm doing and not me. Okay, so this is where we got to yesterday. Um, we were able to create the image for buzzing for better days. So today, I'm going to rename. I'll probably rename this as my image concepts. So if you want to know how I came out with these image concepts, the prompt I use, the research I did, you've got to watch previous episodes. But basically, I use a prompt to create a buyer profile, and based on my niche, and ChatGPT came up with it. So if you're watching, you don't have to copy what I've done. It depends on the profile that you want to use, or the niche. Sorry, not the profile. The niche that you want to sell in. My niche is the motivational and inspirational message. Okay, and I help ChatGPT help me to create a buyer profile based on this niche, so that um, you know. So you can see here on this third one, it says UK cultural authenticity. So yes, I want to uh, print, or I want to sell t-shirts with inspirational and motivational messages, but it is done in the context of UK culture. And I use UK culture because I'm in the UK, and most of the people that will likely go to my shop will be in the UK. Okay. But I plan to also reach out globally. So I'll also create another buyer profile for people in the US market, because if you want the the number of traffic, the number of people who go to Etsy to buy mostly are from the US market. So it's always a good idea to target them too. So um, we're going to um, we're going to start creating the image for this. So what I do is that I always want ChatGPT to give me its own um, prompt. Okay, so what I will do is I'm going to um, tell ChatGPT to give me the prompt. So I'll start by saying, provide me a good prompt. Provide me a good prompt to create. And I copy this whole thing. Create that. The image I want to create. The image I want to create should be transparent, or should have a transparent to create. Should have a transparent background. Should have a transparent background. The first thing, have a transparent background. Then the dimension. Dimension should be that one. We can copy it from here. So that should be the dimension. Okay. So basically that is it. So I will also say uh, provide. I'll repeat again, provide a good prompt that will enable their model, the image creation model, which is this one, Dell E3. That a good prompt that will enable you to generate a good image. So ChatGPT will do its work. So bold, blocky, retro lettering spelling, bad design in vibrant 8090s arcade style. Its letters are colorful. So yeah, it's giving me the prompt. Then after the prompt, I would say what I'll do is I'll copy this whole prompt. Then we do create. I'll just put create in front of it. Okay. And ChatGPT will do its magic. And this is the waiting part. You wait a bit for it to create, but it doesn't really take long with the creation. So let's wait a little bit. Okay, that's beautiful, isn't it? We've got a beautiful image, proper sorted vibes. Nice. I like it. So I'm gonna download this, and you have to create a folder on your laptop, maybe on your desktop, and you put it in a nice folder. So when you download, you drag it into the folder and make sure that everything is neatly arranged. You don't want your work to be scattered. Being organized is really, really important in this game, to be honest. So, um, I'm just creating those folders. I'm just gonna say image for day 4. Okay, so the next thing is that we go to Canva and um, you will do create custom size, and this is the size that we want to use. And in here, we'll start creating our mockups, uploading our mockups. Yeah, so now that we've got this nice, beautiful image, what we will do next is we want to create mockups that will resonate with this image. Okay, so uh, we want to create mockup that will resonate with the image. So I've got this prompt that I use. So again, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create its own prompts for creating the mockup, and I'll give it back to it. So as a prompt engineer for ChatGPT, I want you to create 9 prompts to list the t-shirt designs from this proper sorted vibes. From proper sorted vibes. Let's get rid of all of this. And we put it there. And I'll bring a full stop and I'll be like create 9 different prompts that will help Delhi 3 to create nice mockups. Create nice mockups. I want the prompt to produce a mixture of black and white t-shirts with absolutely no designs in them. I want a good mixture of mockups that shows the lifestyle of wearing t-shirts with the design. Let's put the name, the design in there. And also some mockups with models or humans. For inspiration, I have attached some examples, but use your imagination. Do not necessarily copy everything. So where are the examples? So for the examples, what we can do is I already have previous examples, but what I normally would do is I'll go to Etsy.com. Okay. And I will search for t-shirt mockups. Okay. So people actually sell mockups, create mockups and sell them. And you look for the mockups that are nice and um, you know, take a screenshot and give it as an example to ChatGPT. So that's what I would do. So for example, this one looks okay. It's a bestseller too. That's what you're saying. Yeah, it looks like they've got some sales, to be honest. Um, so ChatGPT will use that as an inspiration. It won't create exactly this, but you use it as an inspiration. The more information you give ChatGPT, the better. Okay, and let's give examples of the humans. So I will take a screenshot of this also. Okay, and I will copy paste it here. Then what else? What else? What else? Yep. So they're all basically the same, really. So yeah, I like these also. I'm gonna maybe give this to ChatGPT. I'll take this and also give it to ChatGPT to use as an inspiration. It's not gonna copy, so don't get me wrong. What I'm doing is not really telling ChatGPT to produce the same thing, but because the model doesn't even do that. But if you give it an example, it helps it to have an idea what you want. Yeah, let me add a male model, and that should be fine. Yep. So I've given it some examples from some bets selling mockups from Etsy. So after that, we hit enter, and it starts generating the prompts that I'm going to use to create the mockups for proper sorted vibes. Okay, so we've got the prompts ready. The first prompt: minimalist flat lay, urban streetwear scene, cozy indoor reading area. So we got 9 beautiful prompts. Um, so what I will do is that I will work in two windows, or two tabs, I should say. So the first tab is going to be this one where I will copy. So I will copy this one and I'll come in and I'll just put create in front of it and I'll leave it to do its magic. One thing I've not tried before is to give ChatGPT all the prompts at once and see if it can create all the images at once. I don't know whether if I do that is going to cause an issue or whatever, but I'll give it a try because the image creation takes a lot of credit, it takes a lot of compute power, it takes a lot of time for the model. So I feel like if I just give all the 9 prompts to it to create it at once, it might not be able to render a good image or a good text. But I could give that a try and see, just to see if that could possibly speed up the process. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I said no tests, no designs, but it didn't listen. It has put the design in. Normally, I don't want that because I will do my own design. Okay, let's put the design in. When it puts the design in, first of all, it might not be exactly the design. So I'm going to say nice. I do not want you to put the design in. I do not want you to put the design on the t-shirt. I will do that myself. I just need you to create the mockup. I just need you to create the mockup. Create the mockup. Okay? Yeah. So this is fine. I mean, but I like to control putting the design in. So yeah, I wouldn't want ChatGPT to do that. So it's going to create a new one, I believe. So, okay, it says, got it. You just want a blank mockup so you can add. Yeah, of course. Right. Whilst it's creating the new one, I'm just going to upload what it created for the meantime, just to see how it looks like. I'm not going to use it anyway, but I just want to upload and see. So you also need Canva. You don't need Canva Pro because you can sort of remove the background. You can, how's this? You can remove the background. You can ask ChatGPT to remove the background. So you don't need Canva Pro. Okay, so you see that, you know, this is how it's gonna be. It wasn't even, the image wasn't really rectangular as I wanted it. So let's see what it creates. Let's go back. So it's still trying to create it without the image in there. So after this, I'm going to ask if I give you the other 8 more prompts all at once, can you create them, all the 8 individually? And how long is it going to take you to do it? Yeah, I've not tried that before. I normally will give it one after the other and wait for it to create, which is time consuming. It doesn't help me to do a lot of listings within 1 hour. Okay, if I'm able to do like 5 listings in an hour, that would be great. So I'm trying to find ways that will make it quick. Okay, all right, so it's created. Let's get it. Let's get it in there. Then I will come to Canva again. I'll get rid of this. And I would put my mockup in here. Yep, this one is more 4:3. You can see that it's really rectangular compared to the one I created first, which had the image in it. Okay, then I will also upload the image it created first. Proper sorted vibes. Yeah, I'm just going to expand this a bit so that the t-shirt becomes bigger and I'll be able to. Yes, beautiful. So just make it a little bit smaller. Bring it up. Yeah, it really looks nice, isn't it? So that's it. And we move on to the next mockup. Etsy needs about 9 images. To optimize your listing, you need to create 9 images. So I normally will want to create 9 images plus 1 video. So I'm just gonna ask, can I give you the rest of the 8 mockups all at once? You create the mockups individually or and how long is it going to take to create all 8? So instead of copying and pasting one mockup at a time, I just want to give it everything and see how long it's going to take to create everything. So let's see what it says. It says, yes, you can give me the rest of the 8 mockups prompts at once, and I can generate them individually in sequence. From experience, each high quality Dell E3 mockup takes around 1 to 2 minutes to process. So for 8 mockups, we are looking at roughly 10 to 15 minutes total for all to be completed and sent to you, depending on complexity. Okay, so yes, it could even take more than that, but let's try that and see. Okay. All right. So I've created a first one. What I want to do is I want to copy the rest, and I will come here and say, oh no, sorry. I will say below the rest of the mockups, 8 in all. Create mockups in sequence. Mockups in sequence. Remember to pay attention to the instructions. Images should be rectangular. All the mockups should be rectangular. I'm just repeating the instructions again. All the mockups should be rectangular. Have a transparent background, and image and it's rendered. Image and text rendered correctly. Yeah, we do this, and I send the cursor to the very so that you can paste it below. Yep. So I've given it all the rest. Instead of copying and pasting, I've given it all the rest. So hopefully it will be smart enough to recognize each of them and create it. So it's creating the first one. My guess is that because it knows that it's got 8 mockups or images to create, it is going to do it a bit quicker than it being given it one at a time. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to set up a timer. Let me see. Get a timer. It says it will take about 15 minutes. I'm going to make it 20 minutes and see. Okay, so whilst we are alone, we give it the space for it to do the creation. We will do something else. We will probably talk about something else relating to wanting to create something online. Okay. So I just want to see if after the first one is going to go ahead and create the second one. So the first one has been created. Let's see if it's going to create the second one. Okay. Is it creating the second one? Okay. All right. So it doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to ask it. Are you going to create the next one, or you want me the next one, or you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you first. So it's not super intelligent with that. And even with this one, I would say that it didn't fully render it. You know, it's not fully rendered, but I sort of like it though. Yes. And so it's asking me if I wanted to proceed to the next one. I'm going to say yes. And please don't wait for me to say, and please next time, do not wait, do not wait for me to tell you, Once you complete one mockup, proceed to the next. Once you complete one mockup, proceed to the next until you create all mockups, until you create all the mockups. At any point, if you forget which mockup is next, you can let me know. At any point, if you forget which mockup is next, then you can let me know. Then you can let me know. All right. Okay. So whilst you are waiting for it to create the other mockups, we've got a new mockup here. Yeah, I feel like this mockup wasn't fully created. It didn't look like it was fully rendered. I just want to see how it's gonna be like. So if I put it here, doesn't look like a fully rendered mockup, But that's fine. I still, it's still usable, though. For me, that's the most important thing. Yeah. So we put in our beautiful design. Okay, so proper sorted vibes. It's creating the next one. Hopefully it's going to pay attention to my instruction and it wouldn't wait. Okay, the next one is created. Let's see if it's going to proceed to create the next one without me telling it. Yes, it's saying proceeding to 4. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because the whole idea of this AI thing is you want to automate the process. Okay, so if I have to tell it to do something always, that it's not acting really, really smart like I want it to do. This one, this small cup, it's not rectangular like I would have wanted it. It looks like it's square. When it's square and you expand it, you sort of sacrifice a lot of things. So I'm going to wait for it to create the next one. If it start making it square, I will have to remind it again that I want it to be rectangular, not square. Sometimes it needs that reminder because it tends to forget. Okay, so we've got this. So this one, it needs to be a bit smaller. And I need to turn it so that it can lay on it properly without sacrificing a lot. I'll have to make it a bit smaller. It seems to be this, yeah, so I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Make sure that is well positioned. Yeah, it looks okay, isn't it? Okay, I think it's okay. So it's creating the next one. Yep. So whilst it's creating the next one, let me just go back to Canva and see how this is looking. I don't know. Maybe I have to bring it here a bit. Yeah, it looks a bit weird for me, but it's fine. Okay, so our next mockup is ready. Beautiful. So it's going to proceed to create mockup 5. Yep, it's proceeding to the next mockup. I like the way it's behaving now. It's not waiting for me to give it the instruction because I've given everything to it, so it doesn't have to wait for me. So by the time I do my editing in Canva, it's almost done with the next mockup. That will make the process a bit faster because if you do that, it means that you can probably do a lot of listings, maybe 5 listings in an hour. Yep, so that is it. Now I like this, but I want the focus to be on the black t-shirt. So I'm just gonna expand this a bit so that I get more with a black t-shirt. Okay, I put my, just gonna make it just in, to be in line with how the t-shirt is positioned. Yeah. So that is the next. Yeah. So proper sorted vibes. See, yeah, it's almost done with the next mockup. So whilst you are trying to align it here, it does the next mockup, which is great, which is exactly how I want it to behave. So the next mockup is almost done. Brilliant. So we have our next mockup. So let's put it in here. And drag it. Yep. And we put our image in here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's drag it down. Make sure that it's well positioned in the middle. Beautiful. Let's look at the next, how it's going. Yeah, it's proceeding to create the next one, which is great. Okay, so whilst you are waiting, we'll just make sure that this one is looking awesome. It looks nice, honestly. Okay, so we are going to do 6, 7, 8, 9. So we on the 5th one, let's see how far it's going with this one. All right, this one has taken some bit of time. Sometimes, depending on the complexity of the image, it takes some bit of time to do the rendering. Yeah, but I like the fact that it doesn't wait for me to give it the prompt again and do it. Now it is acting, you know, it's like I've automated the process, so it knows what to do next without me telling it what to do because all the prompts have been given, and all it needs to do is to create, and me download, and do my bit of editing in Canva. So it's proceeding to create the next one whilst I go to Canva and do my editing there. So let's expand it. I like it when it's always the image is rectangular. It aligns with my canvas here perfectly. Okay, so um, okay, so first of all, we're gonna make sure that I do it in a way to align with it, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller. What I can do is to also, ooh, okay, I wanted to sacrifice some of the images here just so that I can have a bigger t-shirt. I have to expand it. Okay, because we want the focus to be on the design. So the t-shirt always needs to be bigger than every other thing that is surrounding it. Okay, so we have it there. Yeah, looks okay. All right, then let's see how far it's going with our next mockup. Okay, it's taking some bit of time, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there very soon. So, all right, so the next mockup is ready. We'll put it in our workspace in Canva. All right, and we, as usual, expand it to cover the length of the dimension that we've created. So again, because I want the t-shirt to be the focal point, I'm just going to expand it a bit so that I get a very bigger t-shirt. Then I will put my design in here. Perfect. I don't even need to expand the design. It fits perfectly. Okay, so that is the next. Then we go to mockup number 8. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. It's already created it. I just don't want it to be at the back though, because I mean it's for mockup. So if somebody wants it to be at the back, it's fine. I will use this. I use this so I have to maybe put a note that if you want your image to be printed at the back, we can do that for you. All right, so where am I? Where am I? Where am I? So yep, I will put the next mockup in there. It didn't give me a rectangular mockup. It's more like a square mockup, which is not what I really want. Because once you expand it, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. But it's fine. And the face looks very AI. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we've got this at the back here. All right, let's look at the next one. Ooh, okay. All 8 mockups are now completed. Beautiful. I like this method. Really like this method. It created some square mockups, which is not exactly what I wanted. The last 2 is square. I wanted everything to be rectangular, but I can always tell it to recreate it. You know, it's not a problem. So that's it. And I will put my image in here. Let's drag it to the middle a bit, and everything looks great. So I've got all my 8, 9 mockups for my new listing. As you can see, ChatGPT created everything. You know, it is powerful. So I'm going to say day 4, first listing. First listing mockups. All right, so let's download. Just want to be sure that everything is looking great. Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna hit download. So I kept saying that as I keep doing this, I'll be able to find a process. So if I look at the time, the timer was 20 minutes and it's now left with 2 minutes 30 seconds. So that means that it took about 17 minutes 30 seconds to create all the 8, which is okay, which is impressive. I mean, given the fact that for previous ones it took too much time. I'm impressed with this one. Okay. Now that we've got all our mockups, now we can come here. I've already copied an existing listing, so I'm going to use the same format to list this one. So I did to get rid of these images for that listing. The only thing I'm not going to get rid of is the size chart because it's the same for all the listings. And I will drag my images in here. Okay, the size chart is always the last one. Right, let's see. Which one should I make the thumbnail? Okay, I'm just going to make this the thumbnail. All right, so black, white. Yeah, all right. So I need a video for this part. So for the video, very simple. I just add video to this, and let me expand this a bit. Yep. So it's the same thing, but what we do is that when you are downloading, we change this to MP4 video. Okay. Change this to MP4. And we hit download. Okay, so it's downloading. I'm going to create. Did it download? Oh, it didn't download. Oh, it's downloading. Yeah, I'm gonna make this day 4 mockups. Yeah. So this one will be in that one. Day 4 mockups, and yes, I've moved this in so everything will be. It's all about organizing everything. Okay, with this thing that you do, really important that you're organized. So I will come back to my listing. All right, where is it? And I will drag the video here. So whilst it is uploading, which is 100% complete now, the next thing I will do is I'm gonna say write good title for the t-shirt. Then from image, properly right sorted vibes. So it's gonna give me a good title from this image properly. Then what I do is that I also copy something from Etsy. Sort of like a prompt from Etsy. And I add it to it. And another thing is to specify the length of the title. So you can say, can also add this so that it doesn't give too many. Just give you the exact length. So it's going to give me a very nice title I can use for my listing. Yeah, I can actually do all of this at once, okay, instead of doing one after the other. Yeah, but for now, this is okay. Then it's the same thing with the description. I will say I'll go back to ChatGPT. I will paste this first and I will say write a good description. Then I will copy this phrase. All right. And paste it there. Then it goes to work. So it's giving me my description. Yeah, bring the retro energy wherever you go. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's copy. We've got our beautiful description. And I just paste it here. And that's it. Okay. So here, yes, this is the part where they can reach out for any additional requests, like if they want it to be printed at the back and all of that. Yes. Then the next thing will be the tags. For the tags, I'm just going to remove the one that says B because it was for the previous listing. Anything that says B, the rest sort of applies to all of them. And because this listing is about you know, vibes and all of that, so I'm just gonna let's say add. I'm just gonna write something like happy vibes. Mindset. Yeah, we don't need to exhaust all of it right away. So mindset and motivation is fine. Then I hit publish and copy. So like I said, if you are publishing, if every listing is 0.20 USD. So if you use the link that I have shared, if you want to start your own Etsy shop, the link will let you list the first 40 for free. Okay. And I will also get my 40 listings for free. So it's a win-win for all of us. I get my 40 for free. You also get your 40 for free. So yeah, if you want to start your shop, use that link so that you don't have to pay for the first 40. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to end here. I need to do some workout before I start my day job. We will do another section maybe in the afternoon and um yeah, and also in the evening, maybe 1 hour each. So yes, thank you for joining me today this morning for us to go through another session on day 4. Yeah, let's continue in the afternoon or in the evening as and when we get the time. Thank you for showing up today, and I wish you the best in your business and your bid to create something for yourself. God bless your hustle. Bye for now.